Good morning. You are just getting Whitney today. Chris is actually at work, but just last night we learned that Printers Row has an art fest. Printers Row is a really cool area of the South Loop, so we're going to go there today and check that out. We may also see if we can catch some of the Air and Water show. I'm just going to be hanging out with my parents today and my oldest nephew who's in town, and I'm going to take you along with us. Morning.
Good morning, friends.
I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover for the Printers Row Art Fest just simply because there was kind of a lot of different music going on and kind of a lot of background noise in most of the areas. So I figured I would just talk us through. I loved this photographer. He had some really interesting perspectives, specifically on some of the buildings. This one here is the Aqua, designed by Jeannie Gang, designed to look like waves, and from this perspective specifically, it really does. And this one here is the Marina City Tower, one of them, and it is designed to look like flower petals. I loved this booth. Everything was made out of recycled bicycle parts, and Chris is a cyclist, so I really wanted to get him one of these bracelets, but I wasn't sure what size would fit, so I grabbed a card so we could order one later. She also had these cool bags, and I loved these mats. I thought, what a practical way to use bicycle inner tubes. So their booths line all the way down Dearborn Street here in Printers Row. There's several of them. There are some new artists that were not at the Gold Coast Art Festival, so that's been kind of cool. There's a really neat booth. If we go back by, I'll show it, but it was like they took like wine bottles and like bottles of alcohol and turned them into different things. It was really kind of cool. So seeing some new artists, which is really exciting. Chloe, what do you think about the hot dog one that we got? You bought that one at the Gold Coast Art Festival.
This one?
Yeah, you like that?
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I love it.
It's a shark hot dog. It'll bite you. Be careful.
These wine bottle toppers were so cute. I loved the blowfish. And this guy's ceramics were really neat. He actually stamped them and cut them out of cubed clay instead of throwing them on a potter's wheel. And this guy's booth was amazing. His art is actually made with sawdust, kind of mixed with an epoxy to create these incredible textures. And this booth has portraits that are painted over old newsprint. Corey found some fun stickers at what I would call a 90s nostalgia booth. And then this guy's cityscapes were really neat. This was the booth I talked about earlier that had all of the things made out of old wine bottles and alcohol bottles. They were really neat. Definitely seeing some of our classic favorites, like we've got Stuffed Brain over here next to me, which we always love. Seeing a lot of the artists that we love to see when we come here, which is great. Actually, there was a puzzle, a booth with puzzles that we saw last time at the Gold Coast Art Festival, and my dad's actually getting one of the puzzles. They have a new print that actually has our buildings in it, so he's going to get that one. Which is really cool. All right, we are heading out of the Printers Row Art Festival. So what was really nice about that is that one was free to get into. You didn't have to pay an admittance fee to get in. It was free, which is nice. It was a little smaller, but what I really liked is there were a lot of new artists that I hadn't seen before. A lot of the art fairs around here kind of have the same people. We did see some of our favorites, of course, which was good. But a lot of new artists and a lot of new kind of mediums, which was really cool. As always, it's hard to film in the booths because I don't want to film people's art. So I try not to do that. Or stay at, kind of a distance so I'm not, intruding. But had a good time there. We're going to head out and get some lunch at Brown Bag, and then we're going to try to head and find a spot where we can maybe see some of the Air and Water show that happens today up at North Beach, which is insanely crowded. So we're going to try to find a slightly less crowded space to go so we can see some of that. it's kind of a cool situation. So you just like, there's these little laminated cards and you kind of check off on your card what you want. And then you can get it either for here to go, but they have a really nice little outdoor area here. So we're just sitting here, and then I think we're going to go up to our rooftop in our building to see if we can catch some of the air and water show there. Outside. See? Nice view. What do you like about sitting here, Corey?
The Power Bowl, salmon. I get a salmon on top, rice and brown rice and quinoa.
Oh, so is brown bag your new favorite? Your new favorite place?
Yeah.
Okay. It's bright
it's
and
a
lemonade.
It's
lemonade. I got a gingerade, like lemonade with ginger. Really yummy. Did y'all get the same thing?
No, I got the veggies this time instead of the rice and quinoa.
Okay.
It's brown rice and quinoa. I usually get that, but I wanted to try this time.
We built coalition, and the last person.
Was it delicious?
Yes.
I have made it to the rooftop. I've got a shady spot saved. There's only a couple of other people up here. I'm not sure how much the camera will be able to pick up because a lot of times they're like closer to us and we can see them a little better than I think the camera will pick up, but we'll try and we'll see if we can get any of the air and water show caught. But it is a lovely day. It's absolutely beautiful. We have a nice breeze. It's not too terribly hot, and especially when you're in the shade, it feels really nice. Something fun that our building does that I really like and kind of often forget about is they have like herbs here. So we've got like some basil growing and then like some rosemary. I don't know what else growing. I think there's some parsley. I'm not sure what else. But over there's some fresh tomatoes. When we were out here the other day, Chris ate a couple because there was a couple that were ready to be picked. So, but kind of a nice little thing. And again, always forget that is up here. They also have grills up here for us. We were up here, I think we came up here earlier this week just to see a little bit of the air and water show practice. We were able to see some stuff, but, and we thought, we don't come up here enough. Like, this is an amenity in our building that we just don't enjoy enough because it's really beautiful and we get a great view. The air and water show started this morning around 10:30, so I'm seeing a lot of kind of like the smaller planes right now doing some of like the trips and flips and like leaving the trails, and all that kind of stuff. One did fly like directly over, but I was kind of a little late to try to get it. But the Blue Angels will start around 2 o'clock, so that's kind of what we're waiting for now. 2:30 is about the time that they'll start. So those are the ones, and they, because they make such an expansive like kind of flight around, we usually can see them pretty well. The air and water show actually takes place like kind of exactly this direction, like due north, effectively kind of from where we are. It sort of takes place in between, this area right here. If you were to just kind of, as the crow flies, go that way, that's North Beach. So we should have an okay view of some of the stuff that they're doing. And then the Blue Angels will kind of fly out over the lake, which is this way, and come around. So hopefully we'll have a good view. I don't know how well you can see that. Trying to zoom way in. Blue Angels have started.
Early today.
All right, so we actually could see a lot more than I thought that we'd be able to see from the rooftops. That was pretty cool. We were able to see a lot of the blue angels. The only thing that we missed is like the end. They usually like go way up really high, and that must have been happening behind a building. But I thought they went up high enough we'd see it. But hopefully that showed up on camera as well as it did in person because it was so cool. Well, this was the Whitney or Chris and Whitney in the Windy City vlog with just Whitney today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you want to see more of our content. We are, of course, sharing our lives living here in downtown Chicago. And be sure to ring the bell for notifications. We'll see you next time.